Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is one of the most popular racing games of all time, and the recent Wave 4 tracks have added even more excitement to the game. From the snowy slopes of DK Summit to the fast-paced Tour Singapore Speedway, each track offers its own unique challenges and experiences. But which of these tracks are absolute bangers, and which ones are a bit more forgettable? That's what we're talking about today. I'm Kyle with One Up Binge, and these are Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Wave 4 tracks, worst to best. As usual, we'll be starting off with the worst and working our way up to the best, at least in our opinion. Starting out at the bottom, we have Mario Kart Super Circuit GBA Riverside Park, which takes players on a nostalgic trip down memory lane. GBA Riverside Park is a relatively simple track with a flat terrain and a basic layout. It features a few twists and turns, but overall, it's a very straightforward track. This simplicity may be a bit disappointing for players who are looking for a more challenging or dynamic racing experience. The visuals of GBA Riverside Park are also a bit dated when compared to other tracks in the DLC. The track features a basic design with very little variation in scenery, making it feel a bit repetitive after a few rounds. The track is also relatively short, which may be good for players looking for a quick race, I suppose. But despite its simplicity and dated visuals, GBA Riverside Park is still a fun track to race on, especially for those who have played Mario Kart Super Circuit in the past. Moving on, Tor Amsterdam Drift takes players on a wild ride through the narrow streets and canals of Amsterdam. The track's design is complex and varied, featuring tight corners, wide open spaces, and plenty of obstacles to navigate, requiring precision and skill from players. One of the most notable aspects of Tor Amsterdam Drift is its incredible visuals. The track is set in a beautifully rendered Amsterdam, complete with stunning architecture and detailed textures. The track's bright colors and lively atmosphere create an immersive and exciting experience that sets it apart from other tracks in the game. The track's narrow paths and tight corners can make it difficult to navigate, requiring players to make split-second decisions that can impact their chances of victory, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on whether you're looking for a more challenging track or not. Next up, we have Tor Bangkok Rush. This track takes players on a thrilling race through the bustling streets of Bangkok, and features a complex layout with tight corners, wide open spaces, and plenty of obstacles to avoid. And we really dig the overall aesthetic and recreation of Bangkok, Thailand within the Mario universe. It all looks visually beautiful, though the track's design can be a bit difficult to navigate, with some sections feeling cramped and overwhelming. Overall, Tor Bangkok Rush is a good addition to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but it may not be a fan favorite. While its complex design and unique setting provide a fresh racing experience, the track may not have the best overall flow, at least in our opinion, and doesn't quite live up to some of the better tracks. Next up, we have the DS Mario Circuit. As a fan favorite from a previous game, many players were eager to see how this track would translate into the updated version of the game. A straightforward track featuring a relatively simple layout and minimal obstacles. The track's design also lends itself well to tight races, with players often jockeying for position as they navigate its winding turns. Despite its simplicity, DS Mario Circuit is not without its challenges. The track's narrow paths and tight corners can make it difficult to navigate, requiring precision and skill from players. The track's lack of obstacles can also make it challenging to maintain your speed and gain an advantage over your opponents. However, the track's visuals are a bit less vibrant than the designs of many newer tracks. This can make it feel a bit outdated and less exciting compared to some of the other tracks released in this wave. Overall, DS Mario Circuit is a solid addition to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but its lack of flair doesn't quite live up to the hype of other tracks in this wave. Moving on, we have Waluigi Stadium. Waluigi Stadium is a straightforward oval track with a few jumps and a dirt track section. It's relatively easy to navigate, with no real challenging obstacles to contend with. While the track's simplicity can be a positive thing for newer players, it may not provide enough of a challenge for experienced players seeking a more dynamic racing experience. Simply put, while it remains a fan favorite, its relatively simplistic design and lack of new features holds it back a bit. It's great, don't get us wrong, but it seems like this one had a bit more potential. One of the standout features of Waluigi Stadium is its fun and vibrant atmosphere. The track's bright colors and lively crowd make it feel like a true spectacle, adding to the excitement of the race. Waluigi Stadium remains a classic track, and we can't take that away from it. But with so many other recent tracks really outdoing themselves visually, the bar has been raised pretty high. Still, for what it is, Waluigi Stadium is always a good time. Taking the bronze medal for the best Wave 4 track, we have the Singapore Speedway track. We really like this one. It's set in a bustling city with neon lights and towering skyscrapers serving as the backdrop for the race, all of which really look awesome. The track's design takes players through narrow city streets, tight turns, and daring jumps, all while avoiding obstacles like construction equipment and oncoming traffic, as the course changes frequently and requires players to adjust their racing strategy on the fly. The Singapore Speedway is also one of the most challenging tracks in the game. Its narrow paths, sharp turns, and unpredictable obstacles require precision and skill from players. However, the track's difficulty only adds to the excitement, as players race to outmaneuver their opponents and cross the finish line first. One of the most impressive aspects of the Singapore Speedway is its stunning visuals. The track is a visual feast, with vibrant colors and intricate details that bring the city to life. The neon lights and towering skyscrapers add to the excitement and make the race feel like a true spectacle. Overall, the Singapore Speedway is a standout addition to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, one of our favorite real-life city additions to the series so far. With that said, our silver medal for best Wave 4 track definitely has to go to DK Snowboard Cross. This one was a really pleasant surprise. The track winds through a snow-covered mountain range, complete with steep drops, winding paths, and plenty of obstacles to keep players on their toes. The attention to detail in the track's design, including the ski lifts in the background and the falling snow, creates an incredibly charming and thrilling racing experience. DK Snowboard Cross also features a unique blend of on-snow and off-snow elements, with portions of the track taking place on the slopes and others taking place on icy caverns and off-road paths. This diversity adds a layer of complexity and challenge to the race, as players must navigate through a variety of terrains while keeping their eyes on the prize. In terms of gameplay, DK Snowboard Cross strikes a great balance between accessibility and challenge. The track's layout is easy to learn, but mastering its twists and turns takes skill and precision. The jumps and obstacles provide a fun challenge for players, while also allowing for plenty of opportunities to pull off impressive stunts and combos. Its stunning visuals, immersive environment, and challenging gameplay make it a must-play for fans of the series. Which brings us to our final entry, and the winner of the gold medal for Best Wave 4 Track. Not really surprising to anyone, we have Yoshis Island. The beloved and whimsical world of Yoshis Island really just looks remarkable, recreated with such amazing graphics and design that captures the charm and magic of the classic Super Mario World sequel, which, if you played it, you already know it had an incredibly charming uniqueness to it, even back on the SNES. The track takes you through lush greenery, sparkling waterfalls, and cheerful mushroom patches, creating a charming and inviting atmosphere. The track's design is also very creative, with players racing across giant eggs, bouncing on mushroom trampolines, and even soaring through the sky. In terms of gameplay, Yoshi's Island strikes a great balance between accessibility and challenge. The track is easy to learn, but mastering its twists and turns takes skill and precision. The track's layout is also designed in a way that encourages players to use strategic power-ups and boosts to gain an advantage over their opponents. Overall, Yoshi's Island is an awesome track to add to the Mario Kart 8 roster. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a newcomer to the game, it provides a magical and unforgettable racing experience, and we love it. But let us know in the comments section what your favorite Wave 4 track is. And if you need a one-up, make sure to hit that notification bell and binge our other Nintendo videos. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.